Hey guys, it's Matt. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to one of my all-time favorite singers, and this song has gained a lot of popularity in recent years among some of the younger generation, but, besides rock guitar, one of my other favorite music genres is big band, jazz, swing, and the whole crooner generation of the 50s and 60s, and honestly, this is probably one of the most popular songs of the genre, so I figured it'd be a good way to kick off some of these reactions on the channel. So without further ado, we're going to be getting into Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra, of course. Now, obviously, this is not written by him, but this is his take on the song and probably the most popular version of it. Not saying it's the best, but probably the most popular. So with that being said, let's get right into it.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play up there with those stars. Let me see what life is like.
A big thing about Frank Sinatra is that he's extremely animated, and this song has been covered by tons of people. I mean, pretty much every other version out there really doesn't come close to the sort of epic stature of this song. And being only 2 minutes and 35 seconds on this live, and I think the studio cut's like 2 minutes and 25, it really doesn't have that many components to it. But it takes a very simple, jazz standard in C major, kind of speeds it up a little bit more than some other singers. Tony Bennett has a slow version, which I love as well, with some additional words and whatnot, but this is more of a trimmed down, kind of concise version, and it just works very well with his gestures and hand movements and all that.
On Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with
A great thing about Frank Sinatra is that he actually always comes in a little late in regards to these measures. And if I rewind that here real quick, you'll see the way he comes in after. And even though your body, kind of wants to move with him here, he actually comes in after. And this is kind of an old trick of his that I haven't really seen a lot of other musicians use in the extent that Frank used. But it really does give it a sense of patience. There's no rush. And, that was kind of his style. Cool, calm, collected. So the contrast between, being animated and whatnot on stage versus in his actual singing being kind of laid back, it is an interesting comparison. So about a measure and a half late, or a count and a half late, not a measure and a half late.
evermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
This band is fantastic, by the way. Frank was known for having one of the greatest, backing bands behind him. And I've heard jazz quartet versions of this song, but it just doesn't have the same feel as, the big band with the trumpets and the trombones and the saxophones and whatnot. I'm not sure what this exact orchestra is here, but this song particularly really feels at home with an orchestra of this caliber. The volume fluctuations are nice too. It goes from quiet to loud, and that's kind of a very common practice of a big band kind of backing like this. But it really does have a good impact on this song.
Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore, because you are all I worship, all I long for and adore.
He's ad-libbing the words a bit.
In other words, please be true. In other words,
effortless for him.
love you.
Perfect ending as well. He had a thing where he held his diaphragm in a way when, he would hold a note that normally, isn't all that impressive from a technical standpoint. Just as a regular baritone, his range wasn't, really anything perfect. But, the way he holds a note does a lot for, again, even a simple song like this, which, doesn't, from a technical standpoint, do anything all that amazing. This is a song that the average, American male could probably sing. But the way he does it just can't really be replicated, and that's why I love Frank Sinatra so much all around. He's not my favorite crooner, funny enough. There are I think a couple, probably two or three, who I'd place a little bit higher, but I still love his version of this song, particularly because it just doesn't really sound like anyone else's version. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about me doing more of these videos. I really do enjoy making these. I don't really see a lot of reactions to some old kind of forgotten stuff like this on YouTube. So let me know down below in the comments if you guys want me to see me do more of these. And I appreciate you guys watching. Let me know down below in the comments, of course, what you thought of this live version. This was Frank Sinatra, Fly Me to the Moon, live at the Kiel Opera House in St. Louis from 1965. So he was about 50 here, and he sounds quite good. So hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll catch you guys on the next one.